Once you get here, there will be no coming back. So seek Jesus Christ while you still can. And it's a casket. You usually see these kind of signs on the outskirts of Florida. Like, you know, like on I-75 going into the state. Yeah, you typically see these, except usually they have like zombies on them, or, you know, the second coming. You know, that kind of fun stuff. But what's up, you guys? Chet-Guthrie, the Dream Poet here, coming to you all from a somewhat noisy road near Georgetown, Tennessee. It's an unincorporated town. Well, depending on who you ask. There is a post office there, but on the sign going into the town, it says that it is unincorporated. So I guess that'd be an oxymoron. But while we are out here today, we're actually going to explore some of the things that are on this backcountry road that goes into Meigs County. And you wouldn't really think that there's anything here, but every time I drive in this area, there is something new that I learn, and something historical. And you know what? I thought this would make for a great video. So anyway, guys, we're gonna head up the road a little bit of ways, and I want to show you all some really cool stuff. But before we head up the road, let me show you all this really interesting barbecue joint that is out here. It's called Dave's Barbecue. Now, the cool thing about this restaurant is it is only one room. Like, all the chairs and stuff that you see out here, these are the only seats. So really, if you want to get your food, you go inside, and well, you sit out here. And by the way, they have an awesome slogan. You can smell our butts for miles. I guess that's the one time that's something that you would want to smell someone's butt. And here they have a miniature photo op with a lot of interesting carved knickknacks and a pig's head. So this is kind of where you could get your photo taken. But look how cool this flower is. That is cut from a cedar. And it's always nice to hear a loud truck. And look at that really cool, or I should say not cool, a very well carved welcome sign. But I think probably one of the coolest things that they have sitting out here is, look at this horse. That is carved. That is really neat. And it looks like that's a black bear right there. That one's been sitting there for a while. But still, I just love the flower. That's really cool. That's good showmanship right there. And since this is barbecue, they already have some stuff that they are cooking today. It smells good too. It's like that's where they cook it for the most part. We're not gonna go in there just because I know I'm not supposed to go in there. That's big, and that is cool. That's a cooker right there. That is true blue Appalachian cuisine. And it finally got quiet. I had to step away from the road just for 1 minute. And the one time I did it, it got quiet. Except for the cicadas. I'm not sure if you all have heard that here recently in my videos. But yes, that loud weed whacking sound that's coming from the trees, those are cicadas. And they only hatch every 17 years. So yeah, it is a cool climate, or a cool natural event. There we go. So anyway, let's get to this next stop. It is the only rock barn that is in the entire county of Meigs County. Now, you all probably wouldn't believe me if I told you all that this is the only rock barn in the entire county of Meigs County, Tennessee. A community that has long since been a farming community, a agricultural community, but no. This barn is the only rock building, or I should say the rock barn, in this entire county. And awesomely enough, this barn right here, it is on the National Registry of Historic Sites. In fact, we're gonna walk up to it real quick, Technically it's on private property. Well, not technically, it is. But I figured the family wouldn't care if I showed off this. This property has been placed on the National Register of Historic Places by the United States Department of Interior. Yes, this barn right here was built in 1930. And to this day, it still stands. And because it is private property, this is about as far as I'm going to go, just to respect the family. But look at look at all the rock work that went into this. That is absolutely amazing. And I think it's really cool that they have that sign right there that's just seemingly like nonchalantly out there. And right here, look at this old school rock wall. Now that is probably as old as the barn itself. You just got to think about that. I mean, this barn was built in 1930. Kind of wish we could go in there a little bit more, but as I said, it's on private property. So anyway, sadly enough, no, we cannot go any further. Now we had to walk across the street a little bit of ways at all this traffic, just so I can show you all the next really cool thing that is here along this particular stretch of road here in Meigs County. And that is the Vitel Buffalo Farm. Yes, right across the street from a barn that is on the National Registry of Historic Sites. Yes, there is a buffalo farm out here. In fact, you can see one of them in the middle. It's that guy right there. Now, sometimes they will come up close to the fence, but today it looks like they're just grazing. Kind of reminds me of the time that I was out at Land Between the Lakes and they came up pretty close. But yeah, who would have thought there are buffalo out here? And maybe, just maybe they'll nah. Although that one guy is like, I'm just eating food, I don't know what to do. I also call them murder potatoes, just because they look sweet and they look fluffy, but no bison are well, let's just say they can get pretty riled up. But I will say, there was one time on, I think it was Animal Planet, there was a bison that, like, he would go hog wild and crazy every time his owners let him outside, but the moment that they brought him into the house, it's like he was like a puppy. He was just calm and peaceful, but no, the moment that he got outside, he would run and hit everything and have fun. So maybe that's just the mindset of the buffalo. You bring them inside, they act like a dog or a cat. Dog and cat, about a 1,000-pound cat. That would probably be pretty scary. And did y'all know too that buffalo actually used to be natural to the state of Tennessee? I think it was mostly western Tennessee. But yes, about 500 years ago, maybe even more, buffalo used to roam the plains of Tennessee. Although, because of overhunting, habitat loss, that's what made the Tennessee buffalo extinct. Now there is another reason why we are out here next to the Vitel Buffalo Farm, and that is because the Vitel family have created well, I shouldn't say created, they have completely restored an old school, not an SO station, an old school Sinclair station, like from top to bottom, completely repainted. And there are also old school classic cars. So that's the main reason why we came out today, just so I could show you all that. So let me show this to you guys. This is really cool. Isn't this so cool? It's like a part of time, or like a small piece of time, or someone went back in time and ripped a small piece of history and brought it back with them. This is an old school Sinclair gas station. And I think Sinclair's actually been out of business for a while now. I think it might still be out west. I'm not really too sure. But dude, this is so awesome. From top to bottom, it has been redone or renovated to be what it once was. An old school, or an old Sinclair gas station. Fashioned up with some old school gas pumps. You know, like back in the day, back how like they used to be made, and not like the present boxes. You know, back during a time when everything had a hint of art added to them. But again, let us just take a moment to enjoy that sign. That is awesome. And now this is why I really wanted to come out here. They have my dream car. A 1978 black and gold Trans Am with the T-tops. I think it's a T-top. But long story short, this is the most beautiful car that Pontiac ever put out. Like, as I was saying about the gas pumps, this was made at a time when, you know, people like to have just like a little bit of art added to it. Like, oh my God, even they have the gold tires. This is definitely a sign of somebody who really loves their cars. Really great showmanship. A lot of passion that obviously went into this. Like, this is, not only is this taking a step back in time, this is also just living out a passion. Like, these cars are amazing. Like, just look at the sides of these gas pumps. Like, they paid so much detail that they gave it like the old sides. For use as a motor fuel only, contains lead. Like, it's got the regular, this sale, gallons. Like, it's not well, it is mechanical. Digital, there we go. It's not digital. Like, it's like the old school, it runs up as you fill it with gas. Now this is beautiful. Looks like, so I can see why they did that, just so somebody doesn't get dumb and they try to like break it off, because I'd be pretty mad, because these things can get pretty expensive. And I think oh no, that's an old school Ford Mustang. Like, that's one of the good ones. And not only do they have one, they also have two. I think these are either from the 60s or the 70s. I can't quite tell. I can't quite tell. Now that is awesome. Look at the leather that is in here. That is a sign of a car that has been very well taken care of. It looks like it is the 28.9. Oh my goodness. I wonder what this thing would sound like if you revved it up. And like the other Mustang. I wonder what, it's like it is a, it might be an older version. No, probably a newer version. But if you look at the inside, it's also got a leather interior. Again, obviously someone has been taking care of these cars. I think really the only thing that this place is missing is maybe some 1960s music, like maybe from the days of Elvis. I think that would really make it feel like I've taken a step back in time. They've also got a truck. 4-wheel drive. An old school type of 4-wheel drive. Looks like they might, no? I was gonna say maybe they're doing a little bit of work on it, but no. No, the interior is also very well upkept. I bet that one, oh, it's a VW. Just imagine, probably going down the road, it sounds like bum 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 bum. You know, like the trucks of like the 70s and the 60s, and even today with diesel vehicles. Like, I just love that. That is cool. Now look at the painting. Service, washing, the garage doors are painted. I kind of wonder if there's anything on the inside. But look at all this painted work. Like the old AAA sign, sound horn, ask for Pennzoil with Z7. Probably stuff from a bygone era. But let's see what's in here. Oh, dude. Look. If you look at the bottom, like right there. Here, let me move it down. That's how they used to drain the oil. And from there, they even have a dinosaur. Oh yeah, and another Sinclair piece. And a looks like that's some kind of thermometer. And there's another one. Sinclair Dino Gasoline. Greg Vitel, proprietor, Georgetown, Tennessee. Where this is on the Meigs County side. And I think that they are still working on bringing the rest of this building to life. You can see that they've been painting some of it. Now that's awesome. Sinclair. In bold letters. Sinclair motor oil. Sinclair, no smoking at pumps. Because no one wants to be a moron. And they have Dino. Yes, Dino. Don't forget your free S&H green stamps Sinclair dealer. And they're closed. But I think in the meantime, looks like if they're planning on making it operational, looks like it might take a little while. Now one more thing while we're out here along this stretch of road in Georgetown. Because Georgetown is an unincorporated town that sits between both Meigs County and Cleveland. Well, Meigs County and Bradley County. I must do this. Here on this side of the sign, I am standing in Meigs County. But if I cross the line, I am in Bradley County, looking into Hamilton County. Oh, so it wasn't Meigs County. Oh, my apologies then. Hamilton County. Anyway, I'm standing on the Hamilton County side. Now I'm standing, well, on the Hamilton side, going into Bradley County. Now from Bradley County, I'm going back into Hamilton County. So anyway, I had to do that one time. I had to. But anyway, guys, this is going to be another vlog for another day. Remember, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Always means a lot. Goes to show that y'all care and that y'all want to see more awesome videos. So without further ado, you guys, this vlog is over.